What can be taught and learned through arts education? And what are the benefits of art education? We all know in our hearts that learning art is important, but what makes this true? I am Carolyn Toogood, an artist and art educator in Bermuda. I have worked as the primary art teacher at Summersfield Academy for 7 years and have done art education fieldwork in museums and community art centers around the island. I am passionate about the idea that children who are engaged in the arts are more likely to become critical thinkers, lifelong learners, and innovative leaders. During my internship, I had the opportunity to spend time observing Summersfield Academy's middle school visual arts class and getting to the bottom of this question about the benefits of art education. Summersfield is a small independent school located in Devonshire, Bermuda. The students represent a diverse spectrum of local and international children. My mentor, Miss Summer Wood, is a working artist and the MYP visual arts teacher. Along with implementing the Visual Arts International Baccalaureate program at school, she is a diversity committee leader, environmentalist, and constant advocate for the advancement of human and civil rights. Her classroom is a place where students feel safe to develop their identities and express their thoughts through constructive dialogue. As a quick overview, the IB program is very structured. Art projects are created within a unit plan that has both a formative and summative assessment, essential questions, a global context, and many opportunities for reflection. These summative assessments are graded based on rigid criteria: knowing and understanding, developing skills, thinking creatively, and responding. These IB units align with the habits of mind from our course text studio thinking. Develop technique, engage and persist, envision, express, observe, reflect and evaluate, stretch and explore, and understand art worlds. I feel lucky to have been part of this classroom this term and have watched the structures for learning and the habits of mind that we have discussed during this AAU course unfold. Ms. Wood's MYP art program has all the key components of a comprehensive curriculum that encourages critical and creative thinking skills in students and stimulates curiosity and accomplishment. As part of this internship, I observed M2s making African masks, M4s curating miniature museums, M5s completing a storytelling unit, and M3s giving presentations and making board games based on an art genre. I also had the opportunity to develop and implement a portraiture unit for the M5s based on the question, why is portraiture so compelling for artists? As I learned during my internship, through my studies at AAU, and from years of teaching art, the benefits of art education are vast. Art classrooms are often a place where students can feel safe to experiment, take a risk, learn how to commit and follow through, think critically, and problem solve. Art classrooms are truly a place that a child can develop their identity and sift through thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. I believe the three most important benefits of art education are finding meaning in art through expression, developing critical thinking skills through observing and reflecting, and understanding global context through studying artists from around the world and throughout time. Expression. The art room is a place that a child can embark upon a journey of self-discovery as they find meaning in artwork and express ideas and thoughts in a communicative way. As they learn how to articulate, envision, and express their feelings through visual and tangible methods, students grow more confident that they can tell their story and describe who they are. Children also become open to the stories of others and to the expressions of others' feelings, thoughts, and ideas, providing necessary feedback and context to understand their role within the world. I believe that a child can find deeper meanings with their world and understand more about their identity and others when they learn how to express themselves. The M5 students told their own stories and expressed themselves during a storytelling unit that stretched over a 2-month period. They evaluated their dreams and their lives and pulled together a narrative to tell their story. Their artworks were powerful and filled with meaning. In the process, they learned the stories of their peers and reflected deeply on what art could communicate. Similarly, in studio thinking, a student reflects that understanding how to apply meaning in artwork enabled him to do something with his talents and connect his art making to his thinking. Developing critical thinking skills through evaluating and reflecting. When a visual arts unit is presented in the best way, children are encouraged to collaborate, discuss, brainstorm, think creatively, and bounce ideas off their instructors and peers. Once an idea has been envisioned and formalized, students spend the time to strategize, create a linear timeline, evaluate their decisions, and think critically about how they will create their artwork in the best possible way. During the artistic process, there is constant revision, evaluation, judgment, and reflection of their own artwork and ones created by others. I believe that the art room provides constant opportunities for the development of these essential critical thinking skills of analysis, evaluation, interpretation, judgment, and reflection. The M3s curated miniature shoebox museums focused on a specific artist. They were given the green light to curate the show in the way that they felt best evidenced the style and work of their artist. After much research online and discussions with peers, they made brochures that outlined the artist's biography and discussed in depth the essence of the artist's work. In studio thinking, developing critical thinking skills is referred to as finding your reflective inner voice and using it in the language of words to describe the transfer from ideas to visual space. Understanding global context through studying artists from around the world and throughout time. In the art room, students learn about local and global artists and how they visually express their feelings, thoughts, and ideas. They learn how artists communicate and tell stories. Children begin to understand how art can express culture and how art has evolved throughout time and why. I have always believed that by understanding art history, you begin to understand the history of people and the actual feelings, thoughts, and ideas of that place and time. Art history is a nuanced history and brings an understanding of the world that goes beyond dates and names. The M5s wrote essays comparing and contrasting two portrait artists and reflected on how portraiture had changed throughout time and why, from stiff portraits of royalty to conceptual representations of people made out of candy. Through an in-depth look at how art has changed throughout time, students have a deeper understanding of world history and events. In studio thinking, global context is divided into two sections, art domains and art communities, covering both the history of art through time and the people involved in that history. In conclusion, arts education has many benefits and many skills and techniques can be learned that transcend the classroom walls. Art education deepens a student's understanding of themselves and the world while providing a necessary space for the development of critical thinking skills.